Could you
Very much.
talk about Master's Cave a little bit?
Yeah, that song I think is one of the better songs I've ever written, certainly. And it was yeah, I guess I don't know. It's just one of those ones you kind of find and just kind of I don't even remember where it came from really,
Yeah.
but it's the same melody four times repeated over and over again. Same chords four times repeated, and the chords are A and E. so, so I was pretty excited about that. And yeah, I just think it kind of that is a good thesis. I think it's like a good mission statement or like thesis statement for the kind of music I want to make and where I want to be, where I want to live musically. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you first start out, or at least for me, when I first started out, I was just so blown away by the fact that I could do this at all,
Hmm.
that every iteration of doing it was like this incredible magical thing that could never happen again.
Yeah.
That it's like, I have to record this now because I wrote a song, you know what I mean? And then, as I go, it becomes more of like, I wrote a song yesterday, I'll write a song today, and it's not every day, but it's like, I wrote a song last week, I'm writing a song now. I'll probably write a song tomorrow. So then it becomes less about like, holy shit, I wrote a song, and more like I'm trying to. There's a thing that speaks through the song, and sometimes it speaks very loudly, and sometimes it's not really there, and it's kind of about. It becomes more of a finding the right material, I guess.
Yeah. Dude, that's beautiful. I think I still feel that way.
Yeah.
Like I can't get out of it, man. I have this like running joke with my bandmate Sam, where every time we write a song, we're just like, I never thought I would do it again.
Yes. No, for real, for real.
And it
Yeah.
happens like every week now, like you're
Yeah.
saying, but we just still every time it's like, I thought that last one was the final one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is weird. I've noticed that. I feel that as well. I've talked to a lot of other songwriters that have that same feeling that it's like this may be the last one. Like
Yeah.
I better. And I think that's a beautiful thing too, because it's like, man, I better put my gut. Like there's no you have to put your guts in every single one, right?
Mhm.
You gotta put it all in, or else what if it's the last one and I didn't commit? You know what I mean? So,
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's that you have nothing left after you write a song.
okay.
Literally used all the information that can currently be accessed that you've been exposed to.
Mm.
You put it all together.
Yeah.
You didn't ignore anything. No trauma, no anything. You've put all of it, and this is the result. This is the best clarification that you could imagine. And so then you're like, well, yeah, I have nothing else. But then maybe it takes a day to get some more info, like some new information might come in a day or in a week
Right.
or
Are you familiar with the hero's journey? Do you know the hero's journey? Do you know Joseph Campbell? Have you heard of him?
yeah, yeah, okay, yeah. The faces, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The 10,000 faces of the hero, thousand faces of the hero.
yeah,
But that's his like famous one, and he talks about the hero's journey. And one of the points he makes in there, which is a good one, I think, is that the hero is someone who descends into the underworld, right, and achieves like or finds the forbidden knowledge or like finds the truth or something like that. But then the hero is also the person who returns with it. That the hero must come back and try and integrate what he or she found
yes,
into the place they came from. So
yes,
that there's like the example of Ulysses, right, where Ulysses goes out and I think he's on Circe's island, and she's like this goddess who's like in love with him, and he could stay, and I think that's where we find him at the beginning of the Odyssey, is like he's on this island, and he could stay on the island forever, stay in the world of the gods and the goddesses, and become a god himself,
yes,
but he wouldn't be the hero if he did that. He's the hero because he returns, and I think that's part of what we talk about when we talk about like the importance of presenting it to people. It's not just, it is largely because I just want it to be heard, right? But it is, I think, also because, that's finding the thing is only half the job. The other half is bringing it back to your family, to your community. And that's another point he makes in there that I think is a funny one, is that that's really the most difficult part,
Yeah.
The vastly the most difficult part is trying to convince other people of what you saw,
Wow.
and oftentimes they're not successful. But the job is not to be successful. The job is to attempt to make the attempt. So I think that's part of what we talk about of like, should it be on a playlist? Should it be a single? Is this an album? Is that's all part of the returning with the
Wow.
torch.
Wow. So, dude, your album, Edwin Roach. Can you talk a little bit about yeah, who or what is Edwin Roach?
That's kind of I just tried to make I'm still trying to organize like a larger foray into that feeling, that kind of that place. But yeah, it was kind of a trying to make a music of a place. Like these are all stories. These are all kind of myths from this place, and this place is a place where Edwin Roach lived. And
Mm.
Edwin Roach is my mother's maiden name is Roach, and my middle name is Edwin. So just thought it was a cool name. But really, a lot of it is experience in or an experiment with to try and approach recording really differently and approach like making an album really differently. Normally, yeah, I sit down with a batch of songs and I have some friends in a band or friends who are going to help me make the record, and we like bang them out. And it's kind of we've played these songs live a lot, blah blah blah. But with the stuff that's Daniel Talton, with Edwin Roach and the record before, a lot of it was an experiment in can I capture like synchronous events kind of thing. Are you familiar with like synchronicity, that idea?
Talk to me more about it.
It's just the idea of like coincidence of like these beautiful coincidences or like kind of coincidences that are too coincidental to be coincidences, and I have that experience quite a bit. And so it was kind of like, can I capture it? And so the attempt was to try and play these songs and find moments and to only allow moments on the published record where that are really absolutely one of a kind moments in real life. Like one of the things that we don't kind of talk, or maybe some people talk about, but success in music is becoming a product. It's becoming a sellable product, and I think it's part of why Prince talks about it, like all these people talk about. When you're a huge artist, you're still fucked all the time, like financially, with your time, with your energy, and a lot of that is because you are not a craftsperson, you are a product being sold. And so the people making money are the people who are selling, shaping and selling the product. You don't pay the product. You pay the people who sell you the product. So I think what happens is terribly, not only do you become this thing that doesn't unite people anymore, but you become this thing that actually serves to oppress people. You become this thing that actually serves to like, you know, put people in boxes where they're just expected to buy and sell. And I think that's what people, I think that's why people respond so negatively to it. I think that's why it feels like such a personal affront when Coldplay releases a dance album. It's because, man, I thought you were like me, but it turns out you're just one more person trying to sell me something.
Wow.
I am taking a break from social media right now. I'm going to try, and I think for me, I really think I'm onto something. I think I'm really onto something with this new record and these new songs.
Yeah.
But I think that in order to really make something really true and make something really valuable, I need to retreat from, I need to descend, right? In the hero's journey. I need to go down. I need to go out to the island. I need to be Tom Hanks casted away. I need to kind of be alone for a while and away from the content machine. And also just as an experiment, just like can I get away with it? Can I still, because part of the fear is, man, if I delete my Instagram, like we met over Instagram, it's like if I delete my Instagram, like how am I going to be a musician? And it's like, well, now's the time to figure out if I can,
That's a bold move.
We'll see. I may, I didn't delete things, so I didn't quite commit fully. So.
Dude, I tried to delete my Facebook like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And then I like had to sign into like my very important like bank app or like it wasn't a bank app, but it was like something functional that I needed to sign into. And
Yeah.
I accidentally had set that up through Facebook. And
Right.
as soon as I signed into that, I was back on Facebook. They got me, dude.
Dude, they got me too. I think that's part of why it's good to try and get off is to realize how deeply integrated it is into everything in your life and how almost impossible it is to live a life without it.
Mm,
And you know, so and that's really scary to me. That's really like not good.
yeah.
So you know, I think it's worth trying to take a look, at least take a look at that.